At 12 years old, I stumbled upon a world I didn't understand but couldn't look away from. I was a lonely, awkward kid. Not much confidence. I didn't know how to talk to girls. And then, boom, I found porn. It felt like a cheat code, instant pleasure. No rejection, no risk. It became my secret escape. A little reward after a long day, or even during it. At the time, it felt harmless. Everyone joked about it. Nobody warned me how deep it could sink in. But over the years, something started to shift. I began feeling less excited about actual people. Less motivated. Less alive. Still, I didn't connect the dots. I thought I was just lazy or socially awkward, but underneath, porn had slowly rewired my brain. This isn't some preachy sermon or five-step solution. This is my experience, my perspective, my mess. Because maybe you don't want advice, maybe you just want to know someone else gets it. 1. The silent trap. What addiction actually looks like. You don't wake up one day and say, "I'm addicted to porn." It sneaks up on you. Slowly, quietly, you start watching just out of curiosity. Then it becomes a way to deal with boredom. Then it's your go-to escape for every negative emotion. Stress, loneliness, sadness, shame. You tell yourself it's not a big deal. You can quit whenever you want. Until one day, you actually try to stop and fail. Then fail again. Then you start hiding it. Lying to yourself, making excuses. For me, it looked like this. Struggling to make eye contact in conversations, feeling numb around real women, completely losing focus when trying to work, rewatching videos I swore I'd never touch again, feeling drained, guilty, hollow, but still coming back. Addiction doesn't always look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like silence. 2. A decade of quiet despair. By the time I was 22, porn had been part of my life for half of it. I couldn't go more than 3 days without relapsing. Even if I had an amazing day, that itch would come back at night. I tried blocking sites. I deleted apps. I read the nofap forums, but it never lasted. The urges always came back stronger. I started questioning myself. Is this just how I am? Is something wrong with me? I didn't tell anyone. I didn't want pity or lectures. I just wanted it to stop. I hated that I needed something so badly. I hated how weak I felt every time I gave in. And I hated how no one around me had a clue how much I was struggling. 3. How a crush accidentally changed my brain. The real shift didn't come from motivation or self-discipline. It came from a girl. I had a crush, not some fantasy. A real girl. Smart, funny, artistic. Something about her made me want to be better, not to win her over, but because I felt like she deserved someone better than who I was at that moment. One day, I thought, what if I drew something for her? I wasn't an artist, but I remembered loving to draw as a kid. So I picked up a pencil, watched a YouTube tutorial, and tried. It was terrible, but it lit something up in me. Every night after that, I started drawing. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to get better. It gave me the dopamine hit porn used to give me. But this time, I earned it. What porn really does, beyond the obvious. No one talks about the real damage. Here's what I experienced. Deadening of emotions. Real intimacy started to feel dull. Conversations felt like effort. Weird cravings. Stuff that once shocked me became normal. I needed more extreme content just to feel something. Social detachment. Porn became easier than connection, so I avoided people. Crippling guilt. Each relapse chipped away at my self-worth. Burnout. Constant dopamine crashes made everyday life feel exhausting. Porn isn't just sexual, it's emotional junk food. And just like junk food, it leaves you bloated, tired, and empty. 6. Rebuilding with rewarding habits. You can't just quit porn. You have to replace it with something better. Not just distracting, but deeply satisfying. For me, it was drawing, Watching art progress videos. Joining small online art communities. Setting tiny goals, like draw one hand today. Every habit needs 3 things. 1. Clear trigger. Urge hits. Open sketchpad. 2. Action. Sketch, even if badly. 3. Reward. Pride from effort, not perfection. Your thing might not be drawing. It might be running, writing, gaming, coding, music. But it needs to matter to you. 7. The mindset shift that made it possible. I stopped seeing myself as an addict trying to quit. Instead, I started seeing myself as an artist trying to grow. When the identity changed, the habits followed. That's the trick. Don't fight the old habit. Build a new identity so strong it drowns the old one out. You're not broken. You're just wired for easy dopamine like all humans are. But you can rewire.